Hmm. Hello, is anybody there? Oh, hey, Mark, glad you could make it. Okay, so, I posted a video of last session, um, a while back, but in case I don't know if you've seen where we've been up to this point, but basically we made it into this, weird pink room with bats, which I'm going to show you now. Hold on. Trying to see if I can get OBS, the game, and my notes all in the same place. Okay, here we go. Wait a minute. Oh. Did I not input? I think I... That's okay. I'm just going to try and see how far I can get on my wits. Okay, yeah, looks like I need to change some of the controls. Yeah. Okay, I just have to get it calibrated for... Okay. Just calibrating my controller. This is a bit harder because for some reason everything is for some reason everything is the interface is in Japanese. I ran disk cleanup and I don't know what happened. Okay. There. Here. And presto. What the? Ah, I accidentally reset the default. Okay, well, let's just do this quickly. Right, down, right, start, down, and R. Okay. And there we go. Oh, hold on. Let me save state. Load state, sorry. There we... Is that it? Oh? Oh no. Okay. Oh, don't tell me it wiped my save. Okay, so something happened a while ago. You know, I ran disk cleanup, and I think it might have accidentally wiped my save file. But that's okay, because you weren't here for the first session anyway, so, you know, we can run you through the beginning, and by the time everybody else is here, I probably will have gotten back to where I was. So, let's just roll with it. Okay. I don't know if she was able to make it to this, but she might. An investigation team searches for Mamiya Ichiu's fresco that lies within the haunted Mamiya Manor. Okay, so this part should be over quickly enough. Now I bring you. And you? Just one moment. I turned the lights off. before we do that. Okay, so let me look at my notes. Oh yeah, the first thing I wanted to talk about was horror beyond jump scares. I guess it's easy to say that this kind of would have been a difficult game to pull off, a horror game on the NES, and I guess it's difficult to go the direct route of just, you know, throwing really disturbing looking stuff in your face like that. So it always interests me how people pull off, you know, technical feats, whether or not and artistic feats on like really limited hardware like that. What I'm getting a lot of from this is actually tension, you know, that can come to a boil at some point or another because of the way the game is set up and how you have to how difficult it is to manage your resources in the long term. It's almost like a kind of killer math, actually. Okay. Well, they just hand you this one. One 6. My 3 frescoes will solve a puzzle. Oh right, I was supposed to read this first. Welcome to my home. Photograph my fresco, for therein lies a clue to the way out. It's from Ichiru. And that must be the fresco. Oh, by the way, how's video quality? I can only see the game and chat. Okay, good, because I have been beset with problems from the very beginning. Oh yeah, okay, so another thing I want to talk about, it's sort of an interesting take on the horror. It must have been a pretty strange RPG to see, I think, back when it was made, because there wasn't really any precedent for something like this. There weren't really any rules. But I mean, there were horror games before this. When we think about making horror in like a very low, very simple graphics and music, the obvious route now, like today, is really just to play up the brokenness or glitchiness of it, although that wouldn't have been as intuitive then, because, you know, back then this would have been like state of the art. I really love horror. I don't know why. In reality, I'm actually really jittery. I'm sort of drawn to the things that scare me, I guess. Yeah, you don't want to touch those blue things. Oh god. We managed to avoid that the first time around. I don't want to pray too early. I really want to conserve my resources, but I know that won't help. Oh, good. Good. You're not so scary. I still have a bunch of silly phobias. Okay, wait. Oh, okay, well, for one thing, electrical storms. I hate being outside during them. It feels like I'm gambling with death. Also, something that I'm horribly afraid of is like extreme glitches, I guess. Like, you know, the kind of graphical glitches where somebody's face turns inside out and stuff like that. I think I was always afraid of that stuff. Just like, I don't know, if the GPU was working wrong while a screensaver was running or something like that, and everything was turned inverted colors or something. And then when I started learning about programming, there was always the, you know, the threat of unsafe behavior or memory being written to different locations, and I always had this weird fear that I was gonna, I don't know, overwrite like my operating system or the kernel or something, and suddenly cause the computer to just lock up completely. Or maybe it would come back and all the text would be like jumbled symbols and stuff. I think computers were one of the things that scared me the most, actually, and games specifically, because, you know, and I talked to you about this before, but there were so many ways to die in them, and so many of them were so really lovingly drawn. I already mentioned Dragon's Lair, but there are plenty of other examples. There's like Nightmare, for instance, and its life force meter, which will probably be burned into my mind forever. One fell down, but was pulled to safety. Okay. Yes. Oh, I should use this. Okay, hold on. And now, Tara has a rematch with her mortal enemy, wooden planks. Okay. Let's take this. It happened again. Betrayed by her own wooden plank. I don't know if you saw that part from the original stream, but this basically marks the third time that she nearly fell through a wooden floor. Cosmic wrongness, like a glitch in the cosmic source code? Oh, what have I just... Okay, hold on. Okay. Oh god. No, I'm all alone. Okay, good. Yikes, I hate that. I hate that. Yeah, I guess I was kind of worried that if I did that, I don't know, somehow the board would end up falling out from under us again. Maybe this one won't betray her. Okay. Oh, go away. Go away! Oh, this part is fun. Yeah, I can use the lighter for massive damage. Because, I mean, if you're faced with an evil doll, really the smart thing to do in one of those, what did they call it? Like, solitary hide-and-seek or something like that. With, like, the stuffed bear that you played hide-and-seek with. Yeah, if it finds you, just burn it. Huh, I guess that was the wrong one. I know that works on some enemies. I one that did like 16 damage. Right. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty good. If you're in contact with the other party members, if you have one group of 3, if there's like one group of 3 and it's touching another group of 2 and you use the elixir, does it heal like the entire party? Because that would be helpful. This feels like almost like, how do I put it? It feels like there's it's almost going through like a tour of tropes that would become popular in the future. Like, wow, there's a log left by previous owners of the house. Wow, there's the old picture that you investigate for clues. There's a door that slowly opens. It's like a playbook. I guess you could say it was ahead of its time. Okay, good. Good. Okay. So, we're just gonna get the other party. Yes, it is. I wish this had come overseas, but you know, it was never going to happen. Oh god. Okay, we're all here. Good, 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 good. So... Oh no. Darn it. Right. Wrong way. Leave us alone. Hack it. So I take it Elixir is a full heal? This is somehow simultaneously my favorite and least favorite character in the game. Yes, okay, yes, it does lots of damage here, which is good. How many times can I use a lighter? Well, nice. This is basically the, restoration crew. These specific characters, and the other ones are essentially the exploration and battle crew. So you're probably going to see this particular configuration of teams often. Okay, all clear. This part's fun. Yeah, you're a little late on that one, buddy. Ah, more of this good stuff. That's some good quality wood right there. If this gets like remade now, they should make it one of those like time-lapse paint restoration videos. You know, the kind where they put like the swab of that chemical over it and like gently brush away the dust. That would be really cool. I don't know why I thought of that now, though. One needs a mallet to remove a boulder. Yes. I don't know what that means yet, but I assume that there's going to be a mallet some point further on. I mean, yeah. That wasn't a question. I'm pretty certain there will be. Okay. You need one of those. Does it still... Okay, so I guess he's always gonna... This person's always gonna be there. They'll just be kind of just hanging out in this room. I guess it's a comfy place to spend an afterlife. I was right at the door. Doomed to warn people away from your own failure. I'm sure there are a lot of people like that who feel cursed to do that in their own lives. People who write, I don't know, books about some of the things that we've gotten. I guess historians, I guess, are kind of doomed to tell people in vain of things that went wrong in the past and things that are to go wrong in the future. Who's missing a weapon? Oh. Me. Oh yes, that's right. Every time something is taken, it gets... Every time something's taken off the field into a slot that's already there, they switch. So... there we go. Okay. Upstairs. Yeah, I should be going upstairs. So, what does it mean to break form? That's one of the things that's written down on my notepad document. Because... That's horrible! I mean, it's convenient, but it's also horrible. It is a lot of it's. I guess what it lacks in like high resolution jump scares, it makes up for in sheer tone and bleakness. It's .txt horror. Like you've heard of .exe, this is .txt. Where are the shadows? Well, golly, I'm already standing in one. See, as long as I'm inside, I don't really mind storms, but if I'm outside, well, Gee, why don't I just get shot right now? I mean, shocked right now. I mean, yeah, struck right now. Okay. See, this is the same problem I wound up in to begin with. Actually, I finally know how to solve this. So the first thing I'm going to do is switch this. No, hold on. Okay. I'm going to switch this with Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna have to go around it and hope nothing happens. Okay, good. Okay, not great. Definitely not great. Oh no. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, wait a minute. Good thing I'm a poisonologist. What was that? I feel like there was like this tweet where somebody fed the Saw movies into a neural network, and it was like, we hid the key inside the whale or something like that. Well, good thing I'm a whale doctor, or something like that. I don't remember what the exact words were. We're steadily leveling up. Oh, that's a nice sword. That's a very good knife. I want that knife. Okay. So, I don't want to go all the way here yet. Let's catch up with the other team first. Well, no, there's clearly something there. What? Oh, I'm sorry. That makes sense. Okay, I'm just gonna check and see that, see if I'm saving the things I want to save. Okay, at some point I'm gonna have to go back over here and start just taking screenshots. Okay, well, this looks like it's about the right way. The paths branch, it looks like. Because, I mean, of course they do. Because the only thing to make this more stressful is to get lost. If one is caught prey, okay. I'm outpacing the monsters. This is good. I think I've been in here before. Now, at this point... This is so cruel. I can see the elixir right there. Okay. Right. Yeah, there's this thing called apparently... No, I don't remember what it's called, but it's definitely the more choices somebody is given, the more daunting it is to pick either one of them, and so apparently it's more convenient to present choices successively, I guess, branching off of other choices than it is to present them all at once. Well, this game is presenting me with a bunch of different routes at once, and I guess you could just leverage that to make somebody even more afraid, if you want. Alright, we're back where we were. Oh no, the bats. Okay. Okay, yeah, this looks like it would be an even better spear. Oh, okay, so I can't talk to you, and now I have to look. You people are so inconsistent. Welcome. Thank you? Fire! Oh, well, that's a very good spear. Definitely a good spear. Stop, Paul. Okay, you know what, forget it. I'm gonna have my reckoning with these bats. You had your chance to leave me alone, bats. This is what you're gonna get, bats. This was a bad idea. This wasn't a good idea. Instant regret. Oh no. Just hack and slash, hack and slash. Please die. Oh no. This is getting bad. Oh, thank heavens. What? There's another one? Oh no, I know this guy. Nice! Oh god. No, it's too soon. It's too soon. I want to clear this room and then use a tonic. Okay. I'm going for it. I'm gonna clear this room and then use a tonic. I remember, I think the an essay by Tim Rogers on Mother 2 mentioning that the creative Dragon Warrior, what was his name? Yuji Horii, I think, was a gambling man, and that influenced the way the battle system worked. That essentially you were going in there and hoping that, you know, your enemies died before you did, and that their numbers weren't higher than your numbers. And yeah, I'd say that this feels like a gamble too, but it definitely plays up the suspensefulness of this of that dynamic, or that style of play. Oh, die already! Okay, time to heal. Should I really do that? Hold on. Yeah, it has to be done. Well, there's probably more to do in this room, but I kind of want to go upstairs. So I'm gonna head back now. Let's see, how did I get here? Right. I'm going to join my friends. You know, the zombies and skeletons may be creepy, but at least they're friendly. At least we're not alone here. I certainly hope so. Make getting back and forth a lot easier. Hi? What? Fake out. I want to take the doll. I want to take a dolly with me. Huh. Can't even get close to this place. That's a nice axe. I want that axe. Hang on. We have upgraded from knives to axes. Excellent. No, wait. What I should do... I should give somebody my other weapon first. I could probably grind here if I felt like a complete baby. Alright. So I take it the fruit knife is like the weakest of the knives, because when I think of a fruit knife, I think of a, you know, kitchen knife, the kind of thing you use to, like, spread butter and stuff. I really can't imagine you stabbing an undead otherworldly horror with a butter knife. That we were able to get this far using butter knives is actually all the more impressive for that. That's a visual. That's definitely... Nice, I have a battle axe. Yeah, I hear that silver is good at holding back certain kinds of undead baddies. Right, and even the weak enemies that you can one-shot, the amount you can gain from them probably tapers off after a bit, like in any RPG. This uses the form to its advantage. It's definitely not hasn't reached the whole but it's definitely a very conscious use of these conventions, these common gestures to sell its horror. Okay, so I guess we're going back, and we're all going this time, because there's nowhere else to go. That's 4. That makes 4 now. So, how about we try out that call mechanic? Oh my god! That's bad. Oh. Okay, we're all here. No. Oh, it's just you. Oh great, they're back. I don't think there's any kind of dignified death in a place like this. Wait a minute. Oh, wait. Speaking of worms... Okay. Did we ever go in there? I don't think we did. Well... in the meantime... Oh god. No. Just take the items and leave, just take the items and leave, just take the items and leave. Okay. I get the feeling I should save here. No, we're not... Oh no, wait, we have a light. Well, hold on. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna just reset and see if this works. Okay. Okay, good. At least we have some insurance. Oh, dear heavens. What was... No. Doing about to prevent fear and curses. Well, I'm pretty concerned right now. Oh, pfft. She's just over here. Yeah, Tara's having a rotten day, huh? Now, do I go down the hall on the left or the hall on the right? The dining room looks like it takes me somewhere plot relevant. She's also fallen through 4 wooden planks so far. Throughout both videos. Okay. So, let's see. Yeah, I feel like the central room is going... I want to go to the most important room last, just to clear everything else out of the way first, and maybe there are some important items or something like that. I can imagine. Okay, let's... Well, there was no point in even coming here then. Okay, well... Then I guess we'll just go upstairs with everybody else. Shoot. Okay, so... What the? Oh man, they chase you now because... Okay, item. Vacuum. Nope, over here, bats. Yeah, you want to get far away from them, don't you? Quick, keep vacuuming. Okay, this is fun. This is kind of funny. Oh, we were so close. It's like I'm playing with magnets. And up we go. Why did you abandon me? I don't blame it. Oh man, yeah, don't abandon your teammates in this game. Ooh, that's pretty. A tonic. Oh no, to go. To go beyond, turn on the generator first. Oh, there must be a generator nearby. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. I already have an axe. Rune axe, rune da-da-da. I wonder if this is stronger? Probably. Old sword. Take. You're the medic, you get the healing stuff. Okay. Well, this room seems reasonably safe, so I might as well just... Yeah, I guess the rest of us can head over there then. Huh. No, not here. Oh no. I'm praying too often. I feel like I'm misusing precious points. Okay, let's see. Good. Now we're all suitably powered up. Okay. Huh. A mouse. It makes a little squeaking sound when I look at it. It's harmless. It's a friend. It's friend-shaped. Oh, that reminds me. I should probably save this state. NES2, it saves. Actually, I'm gonna save it here where it won't get deleted. Yes. Okay, I'll just save this here. This is the Moria folder. Oh my god. Can I save anywhere? Hold on. Okay. Okay, so there are a bunch of rooms from here. I see. This was just an entry-level key, wasn't it? Oh, okay, this works. Well, I guess there's nothing to do but go in. Huh. Not a comforting thing to hear. Rude? I guess it just wasn't time yet. Okay, so this is definitely the way forward so far. I actually kind of want to go back into that other dark room. Oh, no, wait, I can't. There are boulders. So, haha, branching path, there's really only one way to go. I'm gonna keep you guys close by. We're all together here. Us, them, the mouse. That doesn't look fun. Oh, crud. Oh my goodness. "44 damage, good heavens." That's almost half health left. So it is definitely not safe here. Yeah, we're heading into the big leagues now. Well, let's have the battle team scout ahead. Yeah, we're in fairly good condition. Well, maybe not you. Okay, I have to be careful what I use, what choices I make going ahead. I should just remind myself, you can heal. Maybe you can only heal a few times, but you can only die once. Right, 1650, 1650, 2850, 2950. Okay, yeah, we're good for a little bit. Wow, that mouse is so brave. It's venturing off into the unknown by itself. Be brave, little mouse. Okay. Oh, I know what to put here. Yeah. And we know how, besides, we know how unreliable those are anyway. Oh, thank heavens, it's a fresco. Shogo, the generator is east. Oh, you mean it's behind that door we can't get to? You know, I am this close to trying to axe down the door. Oh, hey, cool, a rope. What's this? Rope. Oh, God. No, it's too soon. I didn't have time to prepare. Oh, Rain, is that you? Oh, look at this! Well, okay. She's not... great. Oh, great. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, can I run? Oh no. No, you're not dead. We just have to get the medikit back to you. Alright, well, let's head back. What were we doing? Oh yeah, we were trying to take a piece of rope. We need you all to be here anyway. Okay. But just to be safe. Okay, before I go... The water... the I don't like that the music hasn't changed. Okay, how are we all doing? Yikes. Okay, yeah, she's here. We're all here. Okay. Can we just go into a room, please? Please. There's more wood in the next room, but we have to get there first. Okay. Huh. Our items keep getting better. Hey, Rain, how do you like an axe? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to start doing that from now on. Huh. Apparently you can't— oh, no. Oh, for— what?! Well, it's been a good run, but I'm pretty sure we're dead now. Yeah, apparently you can't take it. Probably because your hands are full with the vacuum. Well, let's just take a look at this. Fresco. But how to preserve it? Well, we'll just use— oh, darn it. We were supposed to use the camera, but— what is this, a log? Log. Plot critical? Well, I think we're mostly done here. I kind of like the weapons we already have. I already have a knife. I mean, I already have an axe. Maybe Odai can take the axe. What does he have right now? Glech. Oh great, we're back here. Please, no battle, no battle, no battle. Okay, good. Good. Okay. Okay. Party. Huh. Okay. Ah, yeah, I forgot. The characters can talk to each other. What does everybody have now? Rune silver. Rune old sword. Okay, so... Is it invisible ink? Huh, the mallet is under the desk in the room with a small beast. Oh, hey, that's good. We found... Well, now we have to go back where we started. Okay. I really hope we don't get stranded. Hold on. Okay, gonna resave. Save 2. Okay. I have a theory. I don't know if this actually makes a difference. It would be so amazing if it did. Oh, I think it does. Breeds a battle. Please. Oh my goodness. So... if one of us fails to run, do I just get left behind in the battle? I don't think any one of us wants to end up like that skeleton in the next room over. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, that's 5. Someone take the counter. That's 5 pits now that she's fallen into. I'm so sorry. Okay. Oh! Okay, so from here we go into the room that was almost pitch black. Yeah, you know, you'd... Ugh. Okay. Okay, well, yeah, you can go eat. You might still be here when you come back. Yeah, I'd hate to get left behind and end up like this guy. A member of one of the earlier teams to enter this house. I guess their teammates were jerks. Okay, so from here, we head out into the hall, where there's another room that requires the mallet. Oh, chicken curry, great. Okay. I wonder if the flash actually does anything to anybody. Okay. Yeah, and it's not dead. Like, it's a single word, and you expect there to be like a message before something like that happens. Okay. Off we go. And the bats are already here to greet us. Love those bats, hate those bats. Okay, we made it out. Good. Alright. Now that leaves the Restoration Team, Group B. Okay. Oh no. Ugh, it's you. Okay, so how are we doing with health? Yeah, I think we could afford to screw up a run. That was a bad idea. What? Aren't I being called? Since you wouldn't let me call, I had to crack you open. Oh, you're kidding! Please? Pray, pray, go away. Thank you. Okay, so... No, no. Okay. Okay. That's so embarrassing and painful to think of. from now on, everybody stays close to everybody. So once we go up here, the rest of you, come up here. Okay. Okay, so I think you can generally guess my mood by the frequency with which I save. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how saving works if see, it says hold reset to save the data, so I don't know whether or not it saves if I don't know if it saves. I don't know whether or not it saves if I save and then reset after saving and continuing afterwards. I guess it's just my way of double checking to make sure it's saved. Oh good, one of us has one of these. Okay, good, everybody's here. Stuff I don't have room for. What? No. Okay, we have room for this stuff. Oh. Does a fire extinguisher do anything? Okay. I saw pills earlier and a spare camera. I hope this doesn't do something that, the same thing as something that we already have, though. Okay, well, let's... Okay. Sure it's dark in here. Well, we know praying doesn't work on this guy, neither does fire. Oh, I hate this light. Oh yeah, another thing that uses a lot of QuickTime events. Flashlight, shadow. I have a bad feeling about this. Okay, we're gonna have to pick a door, I guess. Oh no. Okay, good. Oh, that's unfortunate. How's the video? Okay. East Garden. Okay, hey, we're getting close to the generator. That's good. That's... Hang on. Oh, wait, what? Oh! Oh, they attacked us. Right. I switched party members, but because the bats intersected with the other team on the way to us, they attacked that team first. So... yeah. Just a moment.
Who's that?
Okay, I'm back. How to deal with these guys. You know what? This is a good time for me to just... Oh no, I don't want to use Last Tonic. I don't want to use Last Tonic. I'm just going to take you out early. Oh. How many of these guys are there? Okay, I think that's all of them. Okay. Okay, yeah. Well, I'm not doing half bad for somebody who's never gotten this far before. Though I better not speak too soon. Oh no. You're kidding. But I'm... Please, just survive this last... Okay, good. What? Okay, let's think. Run. I almost don't want to save here because that went so badly. Rune Spear. Do we have anything better? Yeah, I think this is about as good as it gets. Head north for the East Garden. Okay. Right. Okay, oh. Okay, let's just go ham on this guy. That's the power of teamwork. It's weird how this game kind of inhibits you from wanting to go any further. Okay, so what? I mean, it's only. If only we had a bridge. Whoa. Will this work? Oh, please, please, please don't suddenly break. No wise words? No advice? Okay, that's fine. Crud. Okay, does anybody want to volunteer? Do you know the difference between the log and the wood? Oh god. Well, we're gonna have to get somebody over there. Okay. So, do I save here? Probably. If I run out of pray points, I can only really fight, and even then I just kind of have to pray. Oh, that's pitiful. Pitiful! Okay. We're gonna need her to make some space. Oh, this is so stressful! Hold on. Okay. What else is on the what else is on my notes? What? Da-da? 5 knives, burgers, and fries. Oh yeah, probably. I just wrote some knife jokes while I was there. Okay, so is anybody still here? Okay. Okay. Now for the hardest part. Cross your fingers. Okay, good. Yes, we made it. Wouldn't it be horrible if the battle started right now? Okay, good. Wait a minute. Does it need batteries? It's so dark. Okay, I think we reached the end of this hall. What? No, wait, no, 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 no. 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 No! No, wait. Is this a dead end? No, there's no time for dead. No, there can't be dead ends in a game like this. No, there can't. No, no, come on, please. I don't see any other way back. Okay, well let's check our party's inventory. Well, no, our party's inventory. No. 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 Okay, so I'm gonna save here because if this wood gives out, I have no choice but to reset the game, and I've come too far to start over. Oh. Do you mean the log? No, you said the log was something different. Okay. Please. Okay. So far, so good. Okay. No, wait, that's not good. Oh, no, 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 I did it wrong. Yeah, it's like that. How do I put it? It's just like that. It's like that riddle with, you know, the boat and the chicken. And it's like, if you put the cat and the chicken in the boat, the cat will eat the chicken. And if you put the chicken and the seed in the boat, the chicken will eat the seed. But you can only take two of them across at the same time, or something like that. Or it was like this old riddle about taking stuff in a boat. And the problem is that, oh, good. Oh no, this is. The problem is that there's not enough room for both groups. So people have to go along one at a time. Okay, this is going to be a bit precarious. Okay. So now take the wood. And now we use the wood. And now we panic. Okay. So, ha ha ha. We have to go ahead one at a time. Please don't fall. Dude, this is a really horrible time to fall. Oh god, no. That's not good. No. No. I can't take that out from under you. Okay. 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 Okay, good. Good. No, that's not what I wanted at all. Item. Okay. This is like a spacewalk. Okay. Okay. No, it has to be 2 people going across at a time, because otherwise... Oh, wow. Hold on. It has to be 2 people going through at a time, otherwise there won't be enough room for anybody else. Can I just save here? Hold on. Okay, good. Well, you probably had more than 1 wooden board. Okay. Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, so now okay. Okay. This is the final event. Hang on. Before I do that, I want to make sure there's plenty of room for us to get by. I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I should not have done that. Oh, thank heavens. Oh, man. Okay, this is scary now. Okay, you win game. You're scaring me. Oh, thank goodness. And we still have it. Wonderful. Okay, good. Okay, well then I probably wasn't in as much trouble as I thought I was. Okay, I'm just gonna save here. So... Yes, the important thing is always how it makes you feel. Okay, I guess we're heading north. Okay, thank heavens. wait. I think that means we have to go back into that get out room. We have to move ahead a bit. Okay. Alright, well, have a great weekend, Rain, and see you next time. Whoa, that was a close call. And that wasn't even necessary. I've been so wasteful with the prey points. I should have used them more carefully. Party. Okay. I want to go back to an earlier place, someplace, you know, safer. Okay. God. You don't seriously think. Shadows! Oh, well now that's something. That's something. That's... Huh. Oh! And this is where the that is. Yeah. Okay. But I am kind of wondering if the mallet can break the, Okay, yeah. I need to go back and figure that out. Oh, go away, Skull. Okay, so... I'm going to go back and test to see if the mallet can get rid of the rubble in that last room. Because if it can, then we can snag another tonic. But it's a long way back. Yes! Okay, good. No tonic should ever be left behind. think one of the most stressful situations is when there's one party member whose health lag behind everybody else's, and you kind of wonder if you want to use the tonic, the entire tonic, just to heal that one person, because... or not use it and leave that person in considerable danger. And that's basically asking whether you should sacrifice the one to save the many. Which is, again, a pretty grim choice to make. But yeah, I think I'm starting to get how this game works, so to speak. I'm just getting rid of all of these, just for the sake of cleanliness. Hey, wait a minute. Oh, hey, Odai! Yeah, we made a lot of progress, actually. We're well past the room that we were in last time. I'm actually backtracking now to get some items. This room that was blocked before, yeah, as you can see, I can go in there now. Yeah, and I probably can't find another elixir for a while. I better make this one last. Pills, okay. Camera. Oh man. These items, just looking at them, is sort of like a memento mori. If worse comes to worse, we have to regroup here. But oh man, am I glad to be in a room where there aren't any random encounters. It feels safe here. I almost don't want to leave. I was actually thinking, wasn't the room from before... wasn't the very first room blocked with rocks? As you said. Okay. Well, that's basically everything. Unfortunately, none of us are carrying any wood to find out. Ah, no, that would be too easy. Yeah, I'd almost wonder if there are, like, multiple endings if you, I don't know, leave early or something like that. But, in that case, we might as well just go back. We've done everything there is to do here, so let's get going before things get... What's the worst this room could throw at me? Oh, it's you, the Wisp. I've gotten a lot stronger. Of course, the key to maintaining suspense in a game like this is always to make sure that your opposition is slightly stronger than your level. Oh my, that's horrible. Oh man. Okay, now for the perilous journey back to our teammates. Okay, we're all here. Nothing here? Oh, stuff. what was over here? Oh my god. Yes. Yes. Insurance. This is good. This is very, very good. Okay. Ah. Oh, shoo. Oh, wait, there I am. I'm just gonna save. Da-da-da. Huh. Can't talk to that person. So... Oh, I get it. Because of where the text is. Right, because it's near the statue. That's not advice. I don't want to get close to that doll. Oh wow. So little visibility, but so much room to explore. Ugh. Oh wow, even more pathways. Great. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna... See, that's the thing about this. Every step matters. So I can't just go bobbling off. Okay, so nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Ugh. Okay. No, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way. Okay, good. Oh, holy. Sorry about that. Nothing over here. Oh, look, another staircase. Okay, this is where it really started. Okay, then we're definitely going across the bridge. This feels very much how I would expect a dungeon crawler to feel. How I would expect a dungeon crawler to feel if I was more familiar with them. And I guess that particular type of game is inherently stressful in a way. Well, more, I think they're called roguelikes? It's probably the permadeath. Hi? Tread not on the patterned floor. It's like the old man in Zelda. Except in this case, cryptic hints are actually kind of unnerving because you really want to know what people are talking about. Oh, great. So I see. Well, in that case, how recently did this happen? Is that something that started recently? Because, yeah, you know what? It's almost 11. I think I'm gonna call it a day for now. We have a lot ahead of us. But I can pick it up later this week or sometime or early next week. I have to get to bed. But it's been nice having you all here. Alright, yeah, that's it for, I think that's it for tonight. Thanks for watching. I wish I knew how to host people. But I guess, like, if Whoop Whoop is streaming, we should watch her. I'm gonna watch her. So, tune in the next few days, probably maybe even tomorrow, for more 8-Bit Horror. Thank you for watching, and have a good night. Okay.